The Denver Nuggets have tricked the NBA once again. If you would have told people at the beginning of the season that a 36-year-old Russell Westbrook and a 36-year-old DeAndre Jordan would be playing big-time minutes for the Nuggets, you would not have thought they were a contender. But behind a surging Jamal Murray, a should-be 4-time MVP Nikola Jokic, this Nuggets squad is looking really solid. They're 45-27, good enough for third in the West, and they're doing this all with a bottom 10 defense in the NBA. Offensively, however, there are none of these struggles with Jamal Murray, who just had a big-time game, and of course Nikola Jokic. This duo is really good. And even without Jokic out there, Jamal Murray can still carry the load on the offensive side of the ball. He went off for 39 points last night with 7 boards and 4 assists in 38 minutes on 15 of 28 shooting from the field. A very efficient, pretty much 40 bomb for the Canadian last night, and his ISO game was on another level. And that's a piece to this puzzle for the Nuggets that is really important. If Jamal Murray can score at will by himself, that opens everything else up, and it makes this duo so much more dangerous. And we know he can do it. We know he can be a really good scorer. I think he should be a score-first guy instead of always deferring to Jokic. The Nuggets are 7-0 this year when he scored 35 or more points, and an even better stat for you, they are 14-2 when Jamal Murray scores at least 27 points. And yes, I know, he probably shouldn't be the primary scorer, primary shot taker over a guy that should have been a 3-time, about to be 4-time MVP. But just watch some of these plays, right? Right here, he's coming downhill off the stagger screen, attacking Steven Adams. Adams is playing drop, and there's absolutely no hope, not even a prayer, that Steven Adams can guard that man right there. And then on Dillon Brooks, easy pull-up jumper right here, working off the pick and roll with DeAndre Jordan. That's Amen Thompson, and he's pulling up over the top. And if he's doing stuff like that with DeAndre Jordan at center, imagine what he's going to be doing with Jokic at center when he comes back. No offense to DJ, but he's like 108, and he's still got some juice left in his legs, it looks like. And this is a really capable Houston wing quartet, especially on the defensive side of the ball with Dillon Brooks, Tari Eason, and Amen Thompson. Are you kidding me? That's 3 of the best wing defenders in the NBA, and he was just dicing them up. I know Fred VanVleet's their starting point guard, but pound for pound, he's a pretty good defender as well. This is a really nice set as well. You find the mismatch here with Dillon Brooks guarding Aaron Gordon, and you're going to run Jamal Murray off of a down screen on the backside. Tari Eason is all over him, but he just comes off this screen very well. Good screen by DJ, and he gets freed up for the 3-ball. Same thing right here, attacking Şengün. This is at the buzzer for the shot clock. This is a quick stagger screen, little DHO on the backside without the dribble, and Alperen Şengün doesn't get up there in time, and it's an easy bucket. 21.6 points per game this year on the season for Jamal. He's also averaging about 6 assists per game with about 36 minutes of playing time per night. His efficiency has also been really solid at 48% shooting from the field and 40% from 3 on 6 attempts per game. And then watch this play right here. He's just going to dump it off right to Aaron Gordon, who's going to get into all this open space I got circled, and then as Alperen Şengün slides up, DeAndre Jordan with the backdoor cut for the easy lob. And Aaron Gordon's been playing really good as of late. We need to highlight that. On the season, he's only averaging 14.3 points. I say only. 14.3 points, really solid for like the 5th option on this team. 6 boards, 3 assists as well. And he was kind of cooking last night. Getting into his bag right here against Jabari Smith Jr., getting downhill. He only had 14 points and 4 boards, but he did have 8 assists and a steal in 37 minutes. And I say only because he's been cooking this year when Nikola Jokic is not out there. On the season, without Jokic, which has only been about 6 games, but still, he's averaging 25 points a game, 6 boards, and 3.8 assists in 35 minutes. He is a whole different player without Joker out there. He becomes a score-first guy. On the season, he's shooting 52% from the field and 46% from 3 on a little over 3 attempts per game, and getting right into a midi right there. And then we saw this earlier, between cross, get downhill, little shoulder bump into a 1-2 decel euro. That is really tough right there. And then DeAndre Jordan as well. I joked about him being 108 earlier, but he's looking like Lob City DJ, right? 36 years old, so he's definitely an unk at this point, but he is still getting it done, still getting up top. That was a pretty impressive vertical right there for a 36-year-old center that a couple of years ago we thought was never going to play meaningful minutes again. Now he's playing about 12 minutes a game, averaging 3.5 points and 5 rebounds for a contender. Getting up. he threw that to the roof, and he came down with it. Per 36, he's averaging about 10.4 points and 14.5 rebounds a game, which is a ridiculous number for, once again, a guy that I said I thought he was done just a couple of years ago, and when he was playing as a bench player. That is ridiculous. He's going to catch it, get fouled, and dunk it backwards off the lob from Jamal. Now, if you've made it this far into the video, make sure to the like button, leave me a comment down below, and that subscribe button if you are enjoying at any point. It'll really help us out in the YouTube algorithm, and it'll be greatly appreciated. Now, let's get back to the video, looking at Michael Porter Jr., who has been playing some really good basketball this year as well. 18.2 points a game, kind of an average season for MPJ at this point. 7 boards, 2 assists in 33 minutes. I don't know what the heck he thinks he's doing, but averaging 2 assists per game? Are we kidding? 50% shooting from the field, 40% from 3 on 6 attempts. So, once again, a typical MPJ year, which is really ridiculous, except for the fact that he's averaging over 2 assists. Bro's going for a career high this year in assists per game. Now, this is the MPJ that I know and love. Shooting over 3 guys as the shot clock expires. And then this type of shot selection right here. Coming off the screen, shooting off balance, and it's still going in. It just doesn't matter. He is that good of a shot maker. It's really impressive. At 6'10", it should honestly be illegal what he is able to do with all the different ways he moves his body to get into position to knock down these shots. And then you got Russell Westbrook, who, if he's hitting threes, is going to be dangerous. Another 37-year-old unk, 36-year-old, however old he is. He's about to be 37. But between these two guys, they have given a huge lift to the Nuggets this year, especially when it comes to getting out in transition. For Russ, he got fouled right there, gets to the line, getting downhill with the right hand. He's averaging 13.2 points a game, 6.2 assists, 5 rebounds, 1.4 steals in 28 minutes per game, and he's even knocking down the 3 ball a little bit. He's still not being guarded, but he's shooting at 34% from 3 on 3.6 attempts. It's amazing what player with the best player on the planet will do to your game. It'll make people like Russ a 3-point shooter. And he's number 1. He's got the Nuggets sitting at first in transition offense. Now, Christian Brown, Peyton Watson definitely have a little something to do with this, but Russell Westbrook, like last year, they were 17th in transition scoring. Now, they are number 1. Peyton Watson, super athletic young wing, really good defender. On the year, he's averaging about 8 points, 3.5 boards, and 1.4 blocks in 24 minutes, but the defense is extremely impressive as well. He's 99th percentile in rim protection and 99th percentile in the corner 3 ball. And the Nuggets have done a fantastic job developing him over the years. He's up to 47% shooting from the field, 37% from 3 on about 2 attempts per game. Here's that corner specialist ability that he's got. And then his young buddy on Denver, Christian Brown, the other young guy they got, because of course Day'Ron Holmes tore his Achilles before the season started. So Christian Brown is the other young guy they've got. He's averaging 15 a game with 5.5 rebounds and has done a masterful job of replacing Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in this Nuggets rotation, and he's done it and then some, right? He brings great defense. He shoots 39% from 3 on 2.8 attempts. He runs in transition, and he averages over 15 points a game, which KCP averaged like 11. Then this is some great stuff. First, you got Russ hitting the 3 ball, and then watch this defensive possession by the Nuggets. Aaron Gordon is going to chase over the top on the Steven Adams screen as he rolls. Both Jamal and Christian Brown are going to jump in to help. Great rotation by Peyton Watson, who's going to close out on Fred VanVleet, force the pass. Once again, another great rotation by Jamal Murray, and it results in Dylan Brooks kicking the ball off his foot. That is fantastic defense. And remember, the Nuggets are doing all this over the last 5 games. They're 3-2 without Nikola Jokic. They beat the Warriors and the Rockets, 2 of the best teams in the West as of late, without the Joker. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to the like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you did enjoy at any point. We're looking for about 300 likes on today's video. And with that being said, thanks so much for watching.